Welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss about brain and spinal cord. Here is our brain. Brain and spinal cord both make our central nervous systems. Like here is our brain and spinal cords. Both make our central nervous systems. Central nervous systems. And what is the basic purpose of protections of these brain and spinal cords? Both of these brain and spinal cord are protected in three ways. First of all, there is cranium, the skull at these points. It protects brain and the spinal arches of the spinal cords. Then there is a cerebrospinal fluids. It also protects the brain between meninges, and it protects the brain and spinal cords, and also three layers of meninges. It protects the brain and spinal cords. Cerebrospinal fluid is a fluid similar in composition to blood plasma. It protects us against bumps and jolts, against frictions. Now let us study brain. Brain composed of three parts. Forebrain, it is our midbrain, hindbrain, and it is our midbrain, which is very reduced in humans. And forebrain further consists of three parts. Here is our cerebrum, here is our thalamus, and then limbic systems. Limbic system consists of hypothalamus, amygdala, and hippocampus. Then we will study about thalamus. Thalamus carries sensory information from sensory nerves or motor nerves from sensory areas to the higher brain center like thalamus and limbic systems. And limbic systems work together to form primary sensory areas and primary emotions like thoughts, rags, tranquility, hunger, sexual arousal. And limbic systems further consist of limbic system. Limbic system, that is the part of our forebrain, is further consist of hypothalamus, then amygdala, and hippocampus. Hypothalamus, it has neural connections, and it also has nervous connections. It play important role in regulation of body temperatures, hunger and menstrual cycles, weak and awake cycles, and body's metabolisms, body's heat controlling mechanisms, and etc. Then it is the playhouse and storehouse. It also give sensory informations to the pituitary glands, which secrete various type of hormones. Then here there is our amygdala. It control our thoughts, tranquility, hunger, the rag, fear, tranquility, and such type of love, hungers, such type of sensations. And then there is hippocampus, the part of the limbic systems, which is involved with our memory and is involved in productions of long-term memory and involved in learning process. Then there is our cerebrum. It is the largest part of our brain. It consists of two cerebral hemispheres, right and left, and both are connected with each other by a corpus callosum type of axon band, corpus callosum. Their play important role contain primary sensory areas, where a signal originated from the sensory areas is converted into the fine impressions, fine suitable impressions like sensory areas for our noise, sensory areas for sounds and lights. It also controls the activity of skeletal muscles like many of our self-controlled activities. It also poorly help in poorly understood process that we call as thinkings. Then its function is that it is control the skeletal active muscle activities. It also help in cognitions. It also help in using of our thoughts and emotions, and also using of our cognitive abilities, our experimental ability, our learning ability is also controlled. It also give off the sensation of touch from all part of the body. It also involves in somatic areas, the areas that are controlled by our wills, like skeletal muscles. It's and the right, the cerebral hemisphere control the left side of the body, and left side control the right side of body. Then there is our midbrain. Midbrain is the reduced in human, and it contains our relay centers that control the reflex activities of eyes and primary relay centers. It also give or form of reticular formations and secreting of input informations before they go into the higher brain areas. It is very reduced in humans. And then there is our hindbrains, which consists of cerebellum, medulla oblongata, and pons. Above is pons, below is medulla oblongata, and below is our cerebellum. Their locations is also very important. Then what about medulla oblongata? It is involved in the many automatic functions like breathings, like heart rates, like swallowings, etc. Then pons, it is also control and in transition state between wake and sleep cycles, and control and breathing mechanism of breathing is control the mechanism of breathing. And behind is our element shaped cerebellum. It control guided coordinated movement of body and help in coordination of the body. It is very important in birth, which are involved in the complex activity of flights, and complex activity of flight is controlled by cerebellum in birth. Then there is a spinal cord. You know that medulla oblongata narrows down to form the spinal cords. Spinal cord is in between the vertebral columns. We will study transections of this spinal cord. Here is our transverse section of spinal cord. It consists of central butterfly shaped gray matters containing dorsal horn and ventral horn. Here is dorsal horn, here is ventral horn, here is the central canal. Like it has central canals, and brain has many ventricles and cavities filled with fluids. And here is our white matter. White matter contain myelinated neurons, and gray matter contain unmyelinated neurons. It has then the posterior nerve roots or dorsal nerve roots, which is involved in sensory sensations, and there is the ventrals or anterior nerve root, which is involved in motor sensations. So we will form our autonomic nervous system and a sympathetic nervous system from this particular type of neurons of originating from the spinal cord, and it form the peripheral nervous system also. So it also involved in the many reflex activities, reflex actions. You have studied previously about that, and many complex reflexes and many rapid reflexes, rapid processes that are used to be controlled rapidly, like you touch something hard things, and you have to do the work very early, then your spinal cords take a play